There are so many good combos in Fortnite, but if you guys want to copy what your favorite pros and streamers like Clix, Somerset, Frantic, Bugha, and so much more are using, then this is the video you need to watch, because today, guys, we're looking at 25 combos Fortnite pros main. Not only are these going to be some of the most try-hard combos in the game, but also some of the more underrated ones as well, so let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. And the first combo we are talking about is the Comfy Chomps, and we're pairing this with the Icebreaker. We have really only seen one pro using this, and that is Replays. I feel like this is actually quite a clean combo though. Usually a lot of pros and streamers do use some of the more try-hard combos that we have in Fortnite, some of the sweatier skins as well, and usually they are female skins just because these do end up being more try-hard. So I feel like it is really refreshing to see one of the best zero build players, and I guess one of the best players in the world, just using a male skin, and of course a male meme skin as well. I really like this skin a lot. I feel like the Icebreaker is the perfect pickaxe for this, just because it fits in with so many different skins in the game. So even if you are using something like the Cozy Chomps, the Comfy Chomps, or any other skin, it is going to fit in with it perfectly. Next up though, guys, we need to move on to Focus, and we are pairing this with the Driver. Now there are a lot of pros and streamers that have been using this, but lately I feel like this is Rate's main combo. He has of course been using this pretty much since this was introduced to the game back during Chapter 1 Season 8. Focus has always been a very try-hard skin, and this was also known as a controller-only skin when it first got released. Since Rate does play on controller, I just feel like this makes this combo even better. We do of course have a few different styles of Focus now in the game. It is really up to you guys on which one you want to use. I feel like the original Focus edit style has probably been the more popular one, but the newest edit style definitely looks the best in my opinion. Both of them are quite similar though, and fit in with the Driver really well, so this is just a really good combo for you guys to main today. Let's move on though to one of the more underrated combos that not too many people have been using, and this is actually going to be the Cozy Commander, and we are pairing this with the Icebreaker. Now we have seen a lot of different pros and streamers actually using this, but at the moment I feel like this is Bugha's main combo. Bugha has used some of the coolest combos we have ever seen in Fortnite, but this might be my favorite one. The Cozy Commander is an 800 V-Bucks skin in Fortnite, and the best part about this is that you get 4 different edit styles of this skin, so it isn't like you were just getting one skin with a bunch of different boring styles, or just one style on its own. You are actually getting a bunch of different styles for such a cheap price. The Icebreaker fits in with all of these edit styles as well, but you could always swap this out for the Candy Axe if you did want to make it a little bit more Winterfest themed, and maybe a little bit more expensive as well. Talking about expensive combos though, we may as well move on to the Lady of Cranes, and we are going to be matching this up with the Vision Pickaxe. This is actually a combo that Muzz has been using quite a lot. I've always been a big fan of this. I feel like this was one of the best Fortnite crew skins that was ever added to the game, and that has not changed, even though we have of course had new Fortnite crew skins added. There's just something so cool about this. The design for it is so incredible, and I feel like this is only going to get better in the future as we do see more styles for this being added. The Vision is probably going to fit in with the original edit styles of this, and of course the black and white edit style as well, but of course we will see a bunch more edit styles added over the next few months, and even though we haven't really talked about them too much, I still feel like all of the other styles are going to match in with this pickaxe really well. But I feel like we need to move on to a combo that has become a little bit more popular over the last few months, and this is the Skull Ranger, and we're going to be pairing this with the Reaper. Now this is a combo that no one else has really been maining that much in the past, but I feel like we have seen Myth using this quite a bit. Myth has blown up in popularity once again since he has started streaming on Twitch. This is one of the coolest combos in the game. Myth was obviously very famous for using the original Skull Trooper with some of the coolest pickaxes in Fortnite, and he was lucky enough to own the purple Skull Trooper, but I feel like the Skull Ranger is a skin that has definitely dropped off in popularity, and we don't see that many people using it, so seeing Myth, one of the most popular streamers in the world, starting to use this once again is only going to make it more popular. You can always change around the pickaxe that you are pairing with this, but I feel like there is just something so cool about using the Reaper with this. It fits in with the Fortnite mares of this combo so perfectly, and it is definitely one of my favorite ones in the game. Another combo that we do see a lot of zero building pros using though is actually the green superhero skins, and we are pairing this with the Merry Mint. Now this is going to be perfect because Zemi is one of the only people in the world that has been maining it, Fortnite, and I feel like this is going to be perfect if you do grind out the zero building game mode. Zemi is definitely one of the better zero building players in the world. He has been playing zero building since it was first introduced, and has pretty much taken a step back from the regular game mode of Fortnite, but he always seems to use the green superhero skin every single day. It seems like this is actually one of the hardest color combos to match up. We don't really see too many other pros or streamers ever using the fully green superhero skins, which in my opinion just makes this even better. As you guys know, the superhero skins in general have just been some of the best skins in the game, so by making it a fully green superhero skin, it is definitely helping him stand out as much as possible, and that just makes this even better in my opinion. But we need to move on though, guys, and that takes us forward to our next combo, which is Channy, and we are pairing this with the Candy Axe. This is a combo that Vino has been using quite a bit, pretty much since Chapter 6 started. I really like this. I feel like Vino does actually use some of the more underrated combos in the game, and some of the coolest combos as well. There's just something so cool about this skin though. The design for it is incredible. Channy is one of the more underrated skins though, because it was first introduced during Chapter 2 Season 8 when we had the first official June movie released, and then by the time we got the second June movie added, Fortnite did not decide to add this back to the store, which I feel like was such a mistake, because it just meant that this has sort of been one of those underrated skins that no one seems to use anymore. The Candy Axe fits in with this perfectly. I feel like if Vino is using this, not only in the regular game modes, but also in tournaments as well, we could see a lot more people using this in the future, which would only make this even better. That takes us forward, guys, to a skin that was introduced around the same time, and this is going to be Eevee, and we are pairing this with the Star Wand. This is a combo that Noah W Plays has actually been using quite a bit. Noah W Plays has played with some of the biggest pros and streamers in the world, so he definitely has blown up over the last few chapters, and I feel like Eevee is the consistent skin that he seems to use every single stream. This is definitely one of the coolest combos in the game. I've always been a big fan of this. We have of course had Eevee remade a few times in Fortnite as well, but the original style seems to be one of the more popular ones. This is one of those underrated Battle Pass skins as well. A lot of people actually thought this is going to be the next Nintendo Switch exclusive skin, so it was really cool that this got added to a Battle Pass, because it did just mean a lot more people could actually buy it. We do have a few different styles of this as well, so you do want to use a pickaxe that is going to fit in with all of them, and that is why the Star Wand is going to be a perfect choice. We haven't really talked about too many male skins in this video though, so let's move on to Nick A30, and we are pairing this with the A Crown. I'm sure you guys can actually guess who mains this, and that is Nick A30. Yes guys, he's been one of the only pros in the world to still use his main combo so consistently. This is really cool to see. I feel like it is so rare for people to get icon skins in Fortnite, and we never really see pros or streamers using their own icon skins in the game anymore, just because they do sort of want to change around their skins every single stream, which does make sense, but it is so cool to see Nick A30 still using the same skin over the last few months. The A Crown though is one of the coolest Icon series pickaxes that we have seen in Fortnite, and I don't think that is going to change too much in the future. You could always change around what pickaxe you do end up using with this though, and one of the better ones is being used in our next combo, which is Lara Croft, and of course the Axe of Champions 2.0. This just has to be one of the most try-hard combos in the game, and it is currently being used by Sway. Sway has been using this a bunch. I feel like this is one of the coolest combos in Fortnite right now, and it has pretty much been that way since this was introduced during Chapter 2 Season 6. I cannot believe this is still one of the best combos that we have in Fortnite. I really thought this would have dropped off by now, because Battle Pass skins don't stay that popular for a long time. They usually drop off after their season has finished, but this is really where Lara Croft stands out, because it seems like it has only gotten more popular after that Battle Pass ended. It is kind of crazy how this actually works. We do of course have 3 different styles for this skin as well, but most people just use the default style of this. Another combo that we have actually seen Sway using quite a bit though is going to be Focus, and we are pairing this with the Star Wand. We've already talked about Focus in this video, but we had to mention it as well because this is Moneymaker's main combo. Moneymaker is definitely one of the more entertaining streamers that we have seen in Chapter 6. I feel like this is one of the coolest combos in the game as well, and really what separates Moneymaker from Reed is the fact that Moneymaker pretty much uses the newest edit style of Focus and doesn't really use the original edit style too much. He does of course change around his pickaxes quite a bit, but I feel like more often than not he always does resort to using the Star Wand, which is going to be probably the best pickaxe for this. I feel like it fits in with both edit styles, but again, similar to Reed, you could always swap this out for something like the Driver if you did want to customize this in a different way. We haven't really talked about too many collab skins in this video though, so let's move on to one of my absolute favorites, and this is going to be Padme, and we are pairing this with the Candy Axe. Padme is from the Star Wars franchise, and we have actually seen Kanata maining this in Chapter 6. I really like this. I feel like Kanata has used some of the more interesting tryhard skins in Fortnite, and he is definitely responsible for making Padme tryhard. This is one of the more underrated Star Wars skins. None of these Star Wars skins have really been that popular, but I feel like that is slowly changing, especially with Padme. It would have been a lot cooler though to get a few different styles of this, because this style is pretty simplistic. I feel like Kanata should definitely main this with a Star Wars themed pickaxe, but there aren't really too many good ones in the game, which is probably why he does prefer to use something like the Candy Axe, even though this is so expensive. But that doesn't stop a lot of other pros from using it as well, and for example, we are actually going to be seeing this in our next combo with the Snow Sniper, and of course the Candy Axe. This is a combo that Blake has been maining quite a bit in Chapter 6. This is one of the more underrated skins as well. I feel like Blake always used some of those tryhard skins that we never really see too many other pros or streamers using, which is really cool. I feel like this is definitely a cool way to play Fortnite, and I cannot wait to see more people using this skin as well. It is only going to increase in popularity, but this is one of the more interesting combos as well, because similar to the Cozy Commander, there are 4 different skins that are very similar to this, and you can buy each of them in the store for about 800 V-Bucks. The Candy Axe definitely makes this one of the more expensive combos in this video though, because you do have to buy this for 1,500 V-Bucks, but I feel like some of the other skins that Blake has used in the past, like Dizzy, are also known as some of those underrated skins, so there is really no way to actually copy Blake's combos, because they are always going to be some of the more underrated and tryhard ones in Fortnite. We may as well move on to a skin that we were just talking about, and this is the Cozy Commander, and we are actually pairing this with the Merry Mint. Obviously, since the Winterfest update has just featured in Fortnite, we have seen Ranger using this a lot. I really like Ranger. I feel like a lot of the combos he does end up using always become quite popular and tryhard, and that is no different with the Cozy Commander. Now, we did of course talk about this earlier on in this video as well with Malabuka's combo, but I feel like the coolest part about this is that this skin is just one of 4 that are all very similar, each with 4 different styles. So if you don't like one style or even one skin, there are still a bunch of different ones for you guys to pick from. This is such a clean skin though. The design for it matches in so well with the Merry Mint. We obviously did pair it with the Icebreaker earlier on in this video, but I feel like the Merry Mint fits in with this a lot better because it is obviously a Winterfest themed pickaxe. Obviously, as we do move throughout Chapter 6 Season 1 and then eventually into Chapter 6 Season 2, this will probably drop off quite a bit because it is no longer going to be around Winterfest. So we could see a lot of people moving towards something like Serenade and of course the Studded Axe as well. Serenade is going to be one of the coolest skins that we see in Fortnite that has been made by Somerset. Again, Somerset does use some of the more underrated items that we have in Fortnite. I really like Serenade though. It was actually a starter pack skin back during Chapter 3, and I feel like they could have added this a little bit earlier on to fit in with the Chrome season. The Studded Axe though fits in with the silver theme of this. I feel like Serenade could also be improved in Chapter 6 Season 2, especially if they do add in some other variants for this, where the glowing silver effect is actually changed to a different color like gold or maybe a ruby variant. That would honestly take this skin to the next level, and I'm sure we would see a lot of other pros apart from just Somerset using this in Chapter 6. One skin though that Somerset hasn't really made too much would have to be Plunger Man, and we are pairing this with the Plunger Pickaxe. There is only one pro that has been maining this, and that is Ninja. Now, some of you guys might not say Ninja is a pro anymore, but he's still one of the first ever players in Fortnite to basically blow up. He was the first big streamer in the world to play Fortnite, and I feel like this has really made him one of the best players in the history of Fortnite. He always consistently gets more than 5,000 people watching him every single stream, so that does mean whatever skins he ends up using are always going to become quite popular and tryhard, and he does start to use some meme skins as well, like the Plunge Man. This is obviously part of the Skibbity Toilet collab that we had in Fortnite, which is one of the more random collabs that I feel like we have seen. The Plunger Pickaxe is obviously sort of like his unofficial icon pickaxe, pickaxe, which was really cool, but Ninja always manages to change around his combos all the time, so it wouldn't surprise me if Plunger Man is a combo that he has used in Chapter 6 Season 1, and then we slowly see him starting to use some of the other skins in the game, especially as we do move towards Chapter 6 Season 2. Another combo that Ninja has been using a lot though has to be the Renegade Raider, and of course the Raider's Revenge, but instead this is going to be mained with someone that duos with Ninja all the time, and this is Cypher PK. I feel like as soon as the Renegade Raider was announced that it was returning to Fortnite, a lot of these OG players started to use it once again, and that did include Cypher PK. This also gave a lot of people an opportunity to actually be able to use this once again and unlock it if they never originally bought it, like me back during Chapter 1 Season 1. I mean, I didn't actually unlock this because I didn't want to spend money on a free game, but now that it has returned, I've grinded out the challenges in order to get it. Unfortunately, this has now left the store. It was only available up until the end of January, but I still feel like this is so worth using if you own it today. Cypher PK is definitely not the only pro to actually be using this though, because we are including the exact same combo up next, and Typical Gamer has actually been maining this instead. This is one of the coolest combos in Fortnite. Again, I feel like we will see some other styles for this being added, and they could always remake this in the future. We have already seen this remade a bunch, and Typical Gamer has pretty much used every single skin in Fortnite, so it is really hard to find a combo that he does main, but I feel like since the Renegade Raider has returned to the store, this is something that he has actually been using quite a bit. I feel like there are a lot of different variants for this that could make you stand out a lot, and Typical Gamer does of course change around the pickaxe quite a bit, but I'm sure by the time you guys are watching this video, he has already moved on to a much newer skin in Fortnite. One other combo that we have of course seen Typical Gamer using is going to be Core, and of course the Studded Axe. I feel like lately though, this is a combo that Petbot has been using a lot. I really like Petbot. He's definitely one of the best players in the world. He consistently places really well in every single tournament. He has won multiple FNCS tournaments as well, so whatever combo he does end up using is always going to be really popular, and that is why I feel like Core has definitely grown in popularity over the last few weeks. This is such a clean combo. There are so many different edit styles for this. I mean, it isn't just one skin with a bunch of styles that all look really similar as well. This is one skin where all of the edit styles really change this around and improve this a bunch, and for that reason you do want to use a simplistic pickaxe, which is why the Studded Axe is a perfect choice. We have also seen Petbot using some random combos in Fortnite, but one combo that is very tryhard is going to be Travis Scott and the Harley Hitter. This is a combo though that Mr. Savage has pretty much been using since it was introduced. This was back during Chapter 2 Season 2. This has only featured in the store once though, so it is one of the rarest combos in the history of the game. I feel like this skin could of course be added back in the future. I'm sort of surprised that it hasn't returned to some degree, especially now with the Fortnite Festival game mode, so we could always see other variants for this being added in the future. The Harley Hitter fits in with this so well. This is pretty much a pickaxe that Mr. Savage has been using from the very beginning as well, and whenever he does change around his combos, or at least his skins, it seems like he always continues to use the Harley Hitter, which is really cool. One other person that we don't really see change around their combo too much has actually been using comic book Catwoman and the Axe of Champions 2.0, and this is Frantic's main combo. I really like Frantic. She does use some of the more underrated combos in the game, some combos that no one else has really been using before, and that is especially where comic book Catwoman and the Axe of Champions 2.0 comes into this. This is one of the coolest combos. I really like the DC skins. They've done an amazing job introducing some of the best DC skins in Fortnite over the last few weeks, and with comic book Catwoman finally returning as well, this definitely improved this and made this a lot better. I feel like if this continues to feature in the store though, it is only going to get better and better, but it probably won't be as popular as the zombie superhero skins and of course the icebreaker, and that is because one of the best players of all time, Bugha, has actually been maining this. Bugha again is the World Cup winner of Fortnite. This basically blew him up overnight, and he is still extremely popular today whenever he does stream, so that is why I feel like we need to include whatever combo Bugha is using currently. At the moment, this has been the zombie superhero skins and the icebreaker. This is one of the coolest combos. These skins are basically based off the original superhero skins and is still really good, but you do just get that little bit of extra detail because of the zombie, or at least the Fortnite Mayor's style. The icebreaker icebreaker is going to fit in with whatever style you customize with this, just making this even better. So that is going to make this a lot more interesting of a combo and probably make you guys stand out a little bit more as well if you don't want to just use the original superhero skin. But that takes us forward, guys, and next up we need to include Karuta Harley Quinn and of course the Fiendish Wand. This is something that I have been maining in Chapter 6 Season 1. I really like the DC skins, and Karuta Harley Quinn is just one of the newest ones in the game, so I feel like we just had to include this. There is something so cool about this skin. It probably won't stay too popular or try hard for too long though, just because I feel like there are some other skins in Fortnite that are a lot better, including the comic book Catwoman that we did just talk about, and obviously some other skins not from the DC franchise and just regular item shop skins. So those could honestly be a little bit more popular, especially as we do move into Chapter 6 Season 2. But I feel like the Fiendish Wand is a pickaxe that doesn't get enough attention at the moment. It is so try-hard and so well designed, so hopefully you guys have actually been using this. But that takes us forward, guys, to the number 2 position, and we have the Weekend, and we're pairing this with the Studded Axe. This is a combo that Mongraal has been maining a lot. Mongraal always makes sure to use some of the most try-hard combos of all time, and that is not going to be changing anytime soon. I feel like what really stands out from Mongraal as well is that he does end up using the male skins in Fortnite as opposed to the female skins. We don't really see too many other pros playing like this, so I feel like that is really cool to see, and definitely one of the best ways to play Fortnite as well. The Studded Axe is definitely a pickaxe we have talked about a bunch in this video, so we probably don't need to mention it too much anymore, but again, for 800 V-Bucks, it is definitely worth buying. But finally, guys, we need to move on to the number 1 position, and this is Bracer, and we are pairing this with the Icebreaker. Now, this might not be the most try-hard combo in the game, but it is used by one of the most popular streamers in the world, and this is Clix. Clix is always going to make whatever combo he does end up using always really popular and try-hard. I really like this combo a lot though. I feel like Bracer is one of those more underrated skins that we have seen, and is probably only going to get better in the future. We could always see more styles for this being added, but since it has been in Fortnite for such a long time, with no other styles being added just yet, I'm sort of losing hope. I'm still a big fan of this skin though, and whenever it does get added back to the store, hopefully you guys do end up picking it up. The Icebreaker fits in with this so well. We have talked about this so many times in this video already as well, just because of how good it actually is. But there you guys go. That is my entire video for the 25 combos that Fortnite pros are maining. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and let me know in the comments down below what combo you are maining today.